All right, now we're looking at domain and range. Again, nothing new. We've all learned this. So we need to remember domain is the X access values. So domain, we know is X. It goes from the left. So whatever number I have all the way from the left and all the way to the right would be my domain. Remember, arrows equal all real numbers. If I have arrows, it will be all real numbers. All right, let's look at our range. It says range is the y-axis of values. So range is y. It goes from the lowest number at the bottom to the highest number at the top. Highest number or lowest number from the bottom, highest number to the top. So it says on this one, find the domain and range of the following graph. On this one, I'm looking to see if I can fit in a box, and I can. So I like to draw a box around them because the numbers I'm going through are the numbers that I'm going to use. I need to realize that this number to this number is domain. And I'm looking at the other one, this number to this number is my range. Is my range. So we've got to remember a few things. If I have a regular circle, this is going to be less than or greater than. When I have a circle that is colored in, it's going to be less than or equal to or greater than or equal to. I'm going to tell you right now what we're going to be using is this symbol or this symbol. Less than or equal to, paying attention to the circle. So if I look at this circle right here, the circle is open. That means it's going to have a less than symbol. If I look at this circle right here and it's closed, it means it's going to have a less than or equal to symbol. All right, let's look at the numbers that we passed. My number all the way to the left is the beginning of my domain. My number all the way to the right is the end of my domain. So if I go and write this, I know that domain is X. So I'm going to put that in the middle. I have 2 points. My first point is -5. My second point is 4. You pay attention to your symbol. You have less than. Then you also have less than or equal to because the other one is closed. All right, so then we need to be looking at the range. When I'm looking at the range, which is y, my lowest number right here is -2. My highest number is 3. So I'm going to be going from -2 to 3. I'm talking about my y. My -2 has an open circle. My 3 has a closed circle. So that would be the domain and range of this first example. All right. Something else that we might need to pay attention to is example 1. This is a continuous. Ignore if I spelled that wrong. This is continuous because I go from a point to a point and I have a continuous line. So remember that this is a continuous domain and range. Now we're going to look at example 2. Example 2 is going to be a discrete. It's going to be a discrete one. This is discrete because I have all of these random points all over the place. All of my random points. So let's pay attention to this. I've got my domain. I've got my range. Since this one is discrete, all I need to do is list the X and Y values. List the X and Y values. So I'm going to look at this. I've got a value at 1 when it comes to the X, 1 at 2, 1 at 3, 1 at 4, 1 at 5, and 1 at 6. The way I would write this would have brackets around it. So all you're doing is listing the values. If they're random dots, just like you see on example 2, just list out the value. So I want you to go ahead and I want you to try to list out the range for example 2. What would that look like? And then we will go on to the next section.